Good morning, y'all. It's almost 7 p.m. on Monday and only 40 degrees. Y'all, it's so cold. I ain't got no motivation, and no motivation ain't got me. But we fighting through it. No, I'm just kidding, y'all. Happy Monday. Why does it feel like Tuesday, though? Am I the only one? It feels like it should be Tuesday and not Monday. Like, I was like, is it Monday or Tuesday morning? Anyway, good morning. So before I go out, I wanted to do a video. Don't you hate when one side of your hair does something different? Like I wrapped it, slept wrong. So like one side is a little straight and the other side has a bend. So I was going to go fly upstairs and get the flat. I said, I don't feel like it. But anyway, happy Monday, y'all. Listen, gotta watch Potomac. There's like 3 shows that I'm behind in recording. Y'all, it's like you just got to make time. That's it. But there's some subjects that I wanted to talk to y'all about yesterday, but I was like, I'm gonna get up early, like for something in the morning, do a video. I woke up at 4, but I didn't feel like getting up. But I'm gonna do it now before we leave. So let's get into them. Some of the topics you've probably heard about, but I want to talk about them too. So hold on. Let's get into this one first.
Now, you are not finna tell me you up here fucking one person. It's not finna happen.
No. See, you're trying to deflect back to me.
No, I would never do you like that. I
Cam
got
Newton.
respect for you.
No, here.
But you didn't answer that for a reason.
No. Understand this.
You didn't answer for a reason.
I'm gonna answer mine, and then I want you to answer mine too.
I will answer it, brother, and I promise you I won't bullshit with you.
Okay. How long you talking about?
What you mean?
Fucking one person.
What do you mean how long I'm talking about?
As long as I've been with Jazz, Jazz has not been the only person that I've had sex with.
I don't know your situation.
But I'm getting personal.
Right. I don't know your situation.
Since you want to take it there, and this is the thing that has.
Do you feel like I'm being disrespectful?
No.
Because I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Now, you are not finna tell me you up here.
So he just let us know that as long as he's been with his current baby mama, his newest baby mama, his girlfriend, that she hasn't been the only one that he's had sex with. Miss Funky Daniva had the comment. Hold on. Okay, so you hunched other women. Why not spare her the embarrassment? What did you gain by sharing this information? One thing about a nigga, they will never miss an opportunity to embarrass you. Let's get to her response. Y'all, I know good and well. Okay, here we go. Here's her response, y'all. Why not just be single if you gonna cheat? I feel you. However, men just be one to F. Once they do that, they're back to temporarily thinking straight. What? It's real ghetto out here. I get it. I don't blame y'all for wanting to be single. But if you spend enough time talking to men about this topic, you'll see that this is not as shocking as it may seem. Child, here, okay, this was first. Child, here come the just checking on you DMs. I am fine. Trust me. I know who and what my nigga is. Ain't no secrets or surprises. He can talk to me about anything. This was funny. If you like it, I love it. A black woman that neither likes it nor loves it. Okay, so first she wants to let us know she's doing just fine. Not in the way of boys to men. I'm doing just fine. She's doing fine because she knows who and what um her man is. You and a couple other people. Then she says, as if she's schooling us, if you spend enough time talking to men about this topic, you'll see that it's not as shocking as it may seem. Nobody said it was shocking at all. And look, for me at this point, if y'all are in an understanding or you're in a relationship where it's understood that it's okay for him to do that, I was going to say just say that, but I guess you don't necessarily have to. But in that same turn, if you don't have to, then why come down and defend it at all? Just let it ride. Just let what he said ride. Because you know what it is between y'all. So you may act unbothered or want us to think you're unbothered, ain't no pressure. But if that was the case, I don't think you would have maybe come down here and responded. Or you would come down here and say, listen, Y'all, we do what works for us. This works for us. I do wonder if she has had sex with someone else while they've been together. Just curious if that works both ways. Y'all remember when Cam sat down with Dr. Cheyenne and she got him all the way together? Like, I don't know. Again, it's what works for you. But to me, that it just feels like she's saying this to y'all. I'm good. I know what I got. I'm happy with where I am. And maybe she is, but like I said, maybe you wouldn't feel the need to defend. And I'm saying that on this side, but who knows? There are some things that I might defend that people would say, well, if it ain't the truth, you ain't got to defend it. So I don't know. This right here is foolery to me, though. I feel like she does care. When she says, why not just be single if you're gonna cheat? I feel you, however, men just want to F. And they say it as if it's like people talk about, I'm a man. I'm just, you can't control yourself. Women want to F too. Like, then she said, once they do that, they're back to temporarily thinking straight. So to me, in that statement, that also kind of lets me know. Now I kind of go back and say maybe they don't have an arrangement because she said they go back to thinking straight. Otherwise, they're so helpless. They can't help themselves. So then they go and have sex with whoever, but then they come back to thinking straight, to be with their family or what have you. So that indicates to me that, yeah, there isn't an arrangement. And again, you ain't okay with it because you're calling it going back to thinking straight. I don't need to spend enough time talking to men about this topic. Again, it ain't shocking. You just look stupid at this point. For him to just, like Funky Dineva said, he want just to sit on here and embarrass you. And again, clearly it hit somewhere and you were embarrassed because you came out and addressed it twice. But anyway, God bless. Do y'all see this? Now, I don't know if it has changed, but this is according to the Neighborhood Talk. Fan noticed Mia Thornton and her boo, Mr. Incognito, have unfollowed each other. Child, Mia is already working on setting up her story for season 10, honey. Season 10. I don't want to sound what's it called? Elitist or any of that. Mia doesn't give me a housewife. And I'm going to watch last night's episode today. I already have a dragon prepared for her, but I want to watch it to make sure that it wasn't just a clip that caused me to feel a certain way, and then I'll be wrong in my feeling because the clip was misleading. But I have one like set aside for Mia. But I'm like, you talking about somebody else being for the streets, and you and your relationship look like 5 miles of bad road. Like, girl, what? But so they unfollowed each other. It's all for the plot. I don't take nothing Mia say seriously, nothing she do. And quite frankly, she can throw out accusations, but Mia be lying. So to me, everything she says has a question mark. Is her name Mia? Like everything is a question mark to me, but just thought that was interesting. Let's get into the next topic. Next up, Tamra just don't know how to be quiet. I was trying to find the clip, but I can't find it. But Tamra, that other girl that she does the podcast with, they had a like live show type thing. Heather Dubrow was there, Dolores was there, Cynthia was there, and who else, y'all? Heather Dubrow, Cynthia Bailey. I know y'all are probably screaming it because y'all probably seen the pictures. Heather Dubrow, Cynthia Bailey, Dolores, and Marisol. You know what's interesting about Dolores? People are coming down on Caroline because she wrote a letter defending her brother-in-law who put out that hit, if you will, had his ex-wife, Caroline's sister, beat up and her husband, which was disgusting. That's her sister. Dolores supported him too. But anyway, let's go. Tamra Judge, this is according to Reality Blurb, Tamra Judge claims she has a photo of Brandi Glanville's alleged actual assault against Caroline Manzo. So y'all remember that Caroline alleged that actual assault from Brandi, how she got on top of her, pinched her cheeks together, stuck her tongue down her throat, and was grinding on her. Brandi has said it's not true. She actually just recently did a post that basically it's been like 2 years since Caroline ruined her life, told Caroline to come out of the closet so the rest of her family can be themselves, all of this stuff. So during a live podcast event with her Two T's in a Pod co-host and other Bravo celebrities, which again was Marisol, Heather Dubrow, Cynthia Bailey, and Dolores, she confirmed she had insider information about what went down in Morocco during filming on the 4th season of The Real Housewives Ultimate Girl Trip, courtesy of Vicki Gunvalson. I was sent a picture from Vicki Gunvalson from Morocco. Brandi was on top of Caroline, and Caroline was trying to push her off. Her hands were like this and pushing her away. Although an audience member yelled allegedly, Tamra doubled down saying, "I saw the picture." So you saw a picture of Brandi sitting on Caroline and Caroline's hands up, like pushing. You didn't see a video of Brandi's mouth on Caroline's, Caroline pushing her off, Brandi grinding on her. You saw a picture. When does she learn to shut her mouth? And I'm not saying that the assault didn't happen because I wasn't there, but I'm saying for you to say you saw a picture of something and because you saw a still of Brandi sitting on her lap and Caroline's hands up that looked to you like she was pushing her away. You have proof of this actual assault. Girl, you had to pay out of your behind with Jim Bellino for talking about his trampoline business. Ryan is suing you. I don't know if Ryan still is or not, but he definitely was because you went on line saying you were on TV saying all kinds of stuff. And now here you are. Girl, the reunion is Thursday. I was doing really good recapping the season. And then I had this like miss recapping like the last couple episodes. And I was like, child, we just may have to do one big recap for the reunion. And speaking of Salt Lake City, this is the last one. So I know people don't like Heather. I'm going to be honest. I personally like Heather because I feel like Heather has remained who she was from the time she's been on the show, got off and came back. People say she's pretentious. And sometimes I'm like, or is it that she likes the finer things? She likes what she likes. Like she's not downing you because you don't like what she likes. And I feel like sometimes people will perceive if there's someone in their circle or someone who likes what they consider the finer things in life and expensive things and all that, it could make you feel a certain way. So then you can project onto them, oh, you're making me feel this way. No, that's you. I like what I like. I have not changed. And I feel like with Heather, no, she ain't always right. Absolutely not. This alliance, not friendship, this alliance with Tamra proves that. But I do believe Heather's been Heather since she's been on the show. And now there's this resurgence of dislike for her. The thing with her and Katie, for me, Katie came on clearly with an agenda with Heather. Now, whether Gina was involved in that, I don't know. Gina has been calling Katie a liar. I will say this. We do know that there is an actual judgment against Katie for lying to the police on a man for over $100,000. So I've talked about it before, but real quick, I'll just say, evidently, this man was on a highway driving. He drove by Katie's car. She had her kids in the car. She was texting while driving. He said he shook her head. He said he shook his head and continued on the highway. She starts following him. He gets off the exit to go to his house. He pulls in his house. She follows him and pulls up behind him in his driveway with her kids in the car. She gets out irate, so he starts filming her. Mind you, her car is parked behind his, blocking him in his own driveway with her kids in the car. He starts filming her. She then calls the police and says he won't allow her to leave. He's blocking her in. When the police get there, they don't know what's going on, so they throw him to the ground. Yeah, basically took his side. He had to spend money to get a lawyer and all of this stuff. And finally, because he had the video, he was, everything was wiped. I was going to say exonerated, but I don't think that's the word, right? Maybe. And he won $100,000 judgment against her. So Katie called the police on someone and said they were doing to her what she in fact did to them. So I'm just saying, when you take that into consideration. So now let's get into this. This is according to Reality Blurb. RHOC star Emily Simpson claps back at Katie Janela's daughter, Kaylee, over lies about babysitting kids. Says it's clear Katie talks crap about Heather and reshares message about Katie's obsession with Heather. So on the show, that Katie told her daughter to tell Tamra what Emily's kids said. So basically, Emily has twins. Katie's daughter, Kaylee, went over to watch the kids. Kaylee says that the twin boys say to her, and I may be paraphrasing, but basically, do you know Heather, or Heather's mean to our mom? And Katie was like, yeah, she's mean to my mom too, or something like that. So Kaylee, which is Katie's daughter, is saying these twin little boys, I was watching Emily's kids, and they basically started a conversation about Heather Dubrow and was like, Heather's mean to our mom. And so Katie, 19-year-old Katie, joined in on the conversation with these 8-year-olds and was like, yeah, she's mean to my mom too. On the show, Emily and Shane said that never happened. Emily says that never happened. As a matter of fact, Shane says we're not going to use her to watch the kids again because he didn't like how she got the kids involved, right? So Emily said Shane told her we're not using her to babysit because we don't like how she got the kids involved. Now, Kaylee, which is Katie's daughter, is doing podcasts and saying that's not true. Emily Simpson is firing back at claims made by Katie Janela's daughter, Kaylee. I think it might be Kylie. So if I'm wrong, sorry. But after Kaylee appeared on a podcast claiming Emily and Shane welcomed her back into their home to babysit their kids after the children allegedly told Kaylee that Heather Dubrow was mean, Emily reacted to a series of posts on her Instagram story. So hold on one second. So this is what Kaylee says on a podcast. Emily, I know that she said that they came back and told her saying I was talking bad about Heather and that her and Shane said she could never babysit for us again. Then why did they have me back watching their kids just 2 nights later for an entire weekend? So Kaylee, Katie's daughter, is saying, yeah, on the show, Emily said that her and Shane will not have me watch their kids again, but they had me watch the kids 2 nights later for an entire weekend. I don't know why I'd lie about that. Like I said on the show, I just thought it was funny. She said this on All About TRH podcast. Although Emily suspected that Katie and Kaylee were attempting to portray her in a negative light as a parent, Kaylee insisted that was not true, saying, I don't really see why that's making her look bad. I think she's a good mom. I don't think it was that serious. So I feel bad that if she really did feel that way, but I did not lie. It's just kids say like now this is what it's just kids say like her kids are really smart, impressively smart. They're just observant. Following the podcast episode, All About TRH shared a post on X, formerly known as Twitter, in which they stated that Emily was lying. So the podcast people came out and said Emily was lying. Basically, she did let the girl come back and watched her kids. They say, based on Kaylee's story, Emily's absolutely lying about this story regarding Kaylee on our podcast, where she says she was asked to come back and babysit. Why would Emily ask her to come back if her boys claim that Kaylee is the one who said Heather was mean? Because the boys were like, Mom, we didn't say that. Kaylee said it first. So remember, Kaylee is saying that the boys came up to her and said Heather was mean. And the boys were like, we didn't say that. She came up to us and said it. Emily, then the podcast continued. Emily needs to own the fact that we all know she doesn't like Heather and says it around her house. Side note, though, we know Katie doesn't either. They show a flashback of her son saying something about about Heather, which lets you know conversation was had in the house. Just saying. So after seeing the message, Emily shared a screenshot of her Instagram story along with a stern reaction. So what she did was she reposted a screenshot of the podcast that said Emily is absolutely lying about this story. She says, Kaylee never babysat my kids again after that weekend. WTF. Plus, after last night's episode, it's pretty clear which parent talks crap about Heather with her kids, and it's not me. Because again, Katie's son came out and said something. In another couple of posts shared on her Instagram story, Emily noted that Shane did not want to invite Kaylee back to babysit and explained when the babysitting took place. Just to clarify, after she babysat the kids for a weekend, Shane said, "This involves kids. Don't bring it up, and we won't use her again. We never used her again after that," she wrote in a post. Also, fun fact, the weekend Kaylee stayed with my kids was a couple days after we filmed the golf outing where Heather got into it with Katie over the paparazzi accusation. So she's saying basically the timeline don't even add up. The weekend that Kaylee, Katie's daughter, stayed at the house was after the golf event. Child, the fact that then someone said the fact that Katie's, wait a minute, give me 1 second. Then a message. So what she did was she posted, I'm going to show y'all so y'all can see. So this is what she posted first. So y'all can see all about the truth, or I see truth, or TRH, whatever, posted. And so this is Emily saying, Kaylee never babysat my kids again after that weekend. And then she posted this, which is Katie's daughter. She said, just to clarify, she babysat the kids for a weekend. Shane said, this involves kids. Don't bring it up and we won't use her again. Listen, I'm going to say this. Child, we don't know if the girl started talking about Heather to the kids or vice versa. We don't know. Katie came on the show, it seems, with an agenda with Heather. Whether Gina was involved in that, we don't know. But it seems like her daughter now has a bit of an agenda too. Her daughter is now doing podcasts about this incident. And in the words of Cynthia Bailey, I don't know if Katie has a little lying problem. I mean, again, she has this judgment out there, and that doesn't define her, who she is as a person. But it does make me side-eye her like, girl, you telling the truth about everything else that you said. I don't know. Again, I know people don't like Heather. I feel like if this was anybody else but Heather, if it was like Emily's kids saying that about any other castmates or whoever said it, people will be in an uproar. I can't believe that girl was talking to these young kids about her mom's castmate, but because people don't like Heather, people say, oh, just dismiss it. Just ignore it. That's what I truly believe. Listen, it's hard to say leave the kids out of it when, if we're talking about real life, they are a part, clearly, of this story. But it just gets so messy when you bring the kids in. Just like on Salt Lake City, Heather threw out there, sorry, y'all, that's my alarm. Heather threw out there, not Heather, Lisa Barlow threw out to Angie, you get off the phone with me, you'll say Electra's calling. Was she talking about Electra? No. Did she bring up Electra? Yes. So then Angie responded by bringing up Henry. You can't tell somebody. You can, I can mention your child's name, even though it was in a not talking about your child way, but you can't mention my child's name. Like, you can't dictate that. So it's best just to not bring them in. But now we have this on camera, off camera storyline about Emily's son saying Heather's mean, Kaylee saying they said it to me, the kids saying, no, Kaylee said it to us. And now Kaylee's on podcasts talking about it. And then we see Katie's son talking about how mean Heather is. It's like, come on. Y'all really get it together. Look, I liked Katie on the I don't like the way she came on. It was like, girl, this is corny. And even the whole when she was telling her daughter to tell Tamra about what Emily's kid said, like tell her, it's kids. Like, you were excited that somebody was talking negative about Heather. Like, just be honest about that. Get it. You don't like her. So, yes, you were excited, but like, they're 8-year-old kids also. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. It all feels very, I mean, do we believe Emily? Because Emily's pointing to timelines and saying this is not true. And I wonder how this is going to affect Emily and Katie's relationship now that Katie's daughter, is in the middle of it. And child, is Katie lying? Do y'all like Katie? Do y'all want her to come back? What y'all think about Tamra saying she got a screenshot of the alleged sexual assault? Because I think she needs to keep her mouth closed. Mia and Ink don't unfollow each other anymore. Marriage is temporary, but Ink is forever. I guess just as long as it's not on Instagram. And y'all let me know what y'all think about Cam, what he said, and Jasmine's response. Do y'all think that they have an arrangement, or is she just responding back because she don't want people to think she's stupid and she knows what it is? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Happy Monday again, y'all. I hope y'all have a prosperous week with money, with work, if you're in school, whatever it is you're trying to do, content creation, all of that stuff. I got to go because I got to go work and then watch 3,000 shows to finally do recaps. Talk to y'all later. See ya.